Jason Kidd fired by the Bucks. Talking to your sources, was this a long time coming?
Through my sources, actually last summer there was some talk about firing Jason Kidd. There was two sides of the coin. One side, they love Jason Kidd. They like his in-game playmaking, his in-game adjustments, his X's and O's, obviously his legacy as a future Hall of Fame point guard. Other side of the coin, his lack of communication, played some mind games with some of the players, especially during film sessions, would call out some of the guys, even in timeouts, talk some trash. He took more of a old school approach, get in your face. He didn't really take much of a comforting approach to the players, so that was really a big issue there. So ultimately, it was really started last summer, escalated. Bucks are the AC right now currently. With that talent, Giannis, Jabari Parker coming back soon, Chris Middleton playing very well, getting Eric Bledsoe, clearly some talent there. Now, to some credit, obviously, they got Bledsoe this season. Jabari Parker's not back yet. They don't have continuity to really get that push, to make a really big push into the East right now. But there was some issues with Jason Kidd's approach to coaching. Also, another issue, too, is he wanted to do too much personnel decision-making. And they said, Jason, stick to coaching. That's what you're here to do. There are coaches in the NBA that have more power, control. But really, talking to my sources, it's really important for coaches and just people in management to focus on what they do best, and that's coaching. Jason Kidd didn't do the best at that, and that's where really the biggest issue was.
Now, you mentioned Giannis. There were reports that he wanted to kind of intervene. He offered Jason Kidd to call the management, offered to call his own agent. But what was the relationship like between other players and Kidd in this organization? Well,
I mentioned the mind games. Obviously, that was a big part of it. You know, really, no one's really come out publicly on Twitter or really supported Jason Kidd during this time. I did talk to another source. The source said that the GM of the Bucks called each player individually and each player agent individually. And there was no talk about you cannot talk to the media. They were welcome to talk to the media. No one's really come out. Even Giannis hasn't said anything yet. Really, Jason Kidd spoke to Ramona Shelburne and expressed that he did talk to Giannis, and there was obviously some really disappointment from Giannis' side that he felt devastated, really didn't see this coming. Look, Jason did a very good job with Giannis, made him a point guard, right? I mean, who doesn't want to play point guard in the NBA? And Giannis was a 6'11", 7-foot point guard, did his thing, really blossomed this year, averaging around 28 points per game, second in the NBA. So really did a fantastic job, really helping Giannis get into that point guard position. But overall, a lack of continuity, obviously, but some of the issues with the mind games, the lack of communication, those things hurt Jason Kidd ultimately.
Of course, when a story like this happens, fans of other teams start salivating, even thinking of the possibility of Giannis wanting out of Milwaukee. Do you think this could damage his relationship with the Bucks?
I don't see it right now. You know, he's going to be free agent in 2021. That's 3 years from now. So the most important thing is getting a coach that really can put Giannis in still the position to succeed. That's at point guard, clearly number one, and really making him the best player possible in the NBA. And that's really where a lot of NBA players see Giannis. They see him as the best player in the NBA. So can they put him in a position to succeed? You know, look, Giannis came from Greece, right? So he was a foreigner coming into the NBA. He saw Jason Kidd almost like a father figure, right? A guy who really was his first real head coach, really helped him blossom, not just on the court, but off the court, right? So the connection with Giannis and Jason Kidd goes beyond basketball. This is a personal development process for a kid from overseas to Milwaukee, a huge cultural shock. So we have to keep that in mind too, right? So for a coach coming in, someone who's going to comfort Giannis, really be on his side, learn about his culture, learn about the food he eats, just the whole entire situation from his family. You know, also Giannis lost his father this year, Charles. So Giannis has had a tough year from his father passing to Jason Kidd. So someone who needs to come in and really help Giannis focus on basketball. Monty Williams seems like the best guy out there right now. I think he's a fantastic coach, helped Team USA a couple years ago. A really good guy. And you know, Monty lost his wife in a car accident. So I'm sure Monty and Giannis would have a lot in common with the personal side of their lives and how they can help each other in the next phase of Giannis' career. So I'm really curious if Monty could be the next guy there.